I don't think so. I think we can do it. I think we can do it. All right. So let's start up our next 20 minutes.
Let's go! Let's go!
And I am going to, let me think. All right, let's go over to this screen right here. And let me see. If I was to do an import and I was to say, let's go here. Nothing to import in here. All right, let me try something else. Let's go to, but you see how we always have to figure this stuff out. Nothing is, and that's why, that is why I like to do this live, because I could have figured this out and just made a video and said, all right, this is how it's going to be. Right. But then we don't have to get, we don't get to have any fun. We don't get to have any fun. All right. So let's go and take a look at this. Oh, where Linux 2, where is this? Let's see here. I don't know where that folder. All right, so this one right here. So let's see what we have in here. So it's not going to be imported this way. Let's go to. So now all of a sudden we're using VirtualBox, which I wasn't expecting to use, but it is what it is. Let's go to. It's not an ISO image though. Let's go to. Let me check this ISO. It's not an ISO image. So let's do this. Let's go to this browser over here. Install Metasploit on Mac. On, let's say, Mac ARM 64. Right? So install Metasploit. All right. So install the. It's not that. Install on, let's say, virtual machine. Installing the Metasploit framework. So let's take a look at this article. Let's see. How to set up Metasploitable in a Mac with M1 chip. There are 2 virtual machines for Metasploitable v3. Let's see. 2 virtual machines, Ubuntu 14, Windows 2008 server, UTM that runs M1 chip. All right, we have that. Homebrew, which is basically a package manager to install. All right, we got that. So we have our UTM installed already. Okay, we already have all that. So download the Metasploit 3 image. Thankfully, the guys at Rep7 behind Metasploit have already created 2 images that can be used in VirtualBox to an open source virtual machine engine. However, VirtualBox is not compatible with M1 chips at the time of this writing. Let me see. So now let's see how to download the images and what we need to in order to run Metasploit on UTM. Right. Let me open this in a different browser real quick, just in case something weird pops up. You know, you can never trust anybody. You can never trust anybody, right? Let's go here. All right, that's safe. All right, so let me go and open this. And let's see, we have Ubuntu. And on our Ubuntu, VirtualBox, VMware Desktop, VMware. Let's see, versions. Let me see. Metasploitable 3 is a VM built from the ground up. It's intended to be used. Okay, we got that. But to use this with a Vagrant, let's see. Well, virtual. I can try. Let me. That's a lot of space. Let me see. me go back to this one real quick. So I don't see this. So VMware, we got that. So Metasploitable 3 should work, you're telling me? Download the file. We got that. Unzip the file. Is to convert the VirtualBox image format into a format that UTM understands. For that, we need to install QEMU, used by UTM behind the scenes using Brew. Oh my God. That is a lot of stuff to do. Let me check one more thing, actually. They are asking us to do a lot. Let's see. So basically what I'm going to say is maybe doing ethical hacking on a Mac is not the most friendly thing to do. All right, let's see what we have in the gallery for UTM. Do they have a Metasploit? They do not. All right. Before I go into doing all of this over here, right? I'm gonna do one more search. I gotta do one more search, right? So, Mac ARM 64. Because we installed Kali Linux on there, right? Mac ARM 64, and the person used VirtualBox. Mac ARM 64. Mac ARM 64. Metasploit. Virtual machine. Let's see. What else do we got? Metasploitable 2. I don't want to go watch a YouTube video. Download Metasploitable. Let me see. The following script will import the Rapid7 signing key. That's not what I want to do. Let's see. Oh wait. So Linux packages are built nightly for .debian. And there's an ARM64 over here in RPM systems. Debian. So is it an ISO? Is it an ISO? So if I was to do, and this, like I said, this is why I do this stuff live, right? Let me see. If I was to do, can I install .deb on virtual machine? Yes, you can install a DB package on a virtual machine as long as the operating system running on the virtual, as long as the operating system running on the virtual machine is a Debian-based distribution like Ubuntu, where .deb files and our standard. Let me see. So this might work. Let's see. So if we go to here. And we go to, so if I search for Metasploit and I do ARM64 framework, or this is Metasploit framework. I don't think it's gonna hurt to download this. Let's go here. How big is it? Oh, it's not too big at all. So let's try downloading that, and let's see what happens. I'm really not sure what's gonna happen, so you're gonna have to bear with me on this one. And if that doesn't work, then we'll come back. Like we'll spend the time today working on this, but if we can't get it, I just have to do a little bit more research. And then we will, but we're going to get it to work eventually, right? Because This is what we do. This is what we do. We are engineered to win. All right, so we have that. So let me try to go back to our, what is VirtualBox, or not VirtualBox, but VMware. Where is Prince Marky D when you need him? Because he would probably have a grand old solution for this, right? So we can't use this one. So let's go ahead and let's get rid of this. Well, let me switch screens. Get rid of that. And let's say we will say keep file. All right. So now let's go ahead and add a new. And we will say install from. I don't think I can do ISO because that's a Debian file. We might have to do a search for that. Get from create a virtual machine on a remote. Let's go here. And we can do a Ubuntu 64 ARM. And we can say create a new virtual disk. I think 20 gig is way too much, but I guess we'll let it ride for now. Let me customize the settings. So memory. I'll change this after, right? But where do I go back? Let's see. All right, so let me go back over here. Got to do a little bit more research. We're gonna do. We're here. So yes, you can install a .deb. All right. So let's see, how do we do it? Make sure the operating system you choose for your virtual machine is a Debian-based distribution. Download the .deb file you want. All right. Package manager. Use the package manager within your virtual machine distribution to install the. Let me see. Install .db Metasploit on virtual machine. Let me see. ARM64. So we have everything that we need. I don't understand how. Let me see. All right. Installing Metasploit framework. So the Metasploit framework, but so we could do Metasploit framework. The best of these sources. I'm trying to make sure we're installing the right thing, because we need Metasploitable. Guide to installing. All right, let's see this one. Guide to installing Metasploitable VM using VMware Fusion Workstation or Player. Download VMware. If you have a Mac, choose a VMware Fusion. All of them are free to use. All right, we do that. We already got that. Download Metasploitable. Okay. New. Create a custom virtual machine. Oh. All right, let's try. So let's try this one. Let's go over here, which is the one that we downloaded. Right? All right, we already downloaded that. So now, if we go back to this instruction, so all right, so we're gonna do new. We're gonna do create a custom virtual machine. We're gonna choose Debian 10. Use an existing virtual disk. Oh, I see, says the blind man. All right, well, let's give that a try. Shout out to Chloe. Shout out to Chloe. Well, but let's see if Chloe's actually right though. Let's see if Chloe's actually right. So choose a virtual disk, and we're gonna go to Metasploitable 2. Let's go here. Can't be giving Chloe too much credit yet because she has. I don't know if she's right. All right, so we have to choose. Let's go with Debian 10, I guess, because that's what Chloe went with. We'll go with that. I do like Ubuntu though, but we'll go with Debian. So we have that. Let's go to. I wish I could change the capacity to a little bit smaller, but it's all good. Let's see. Do not change the credentials. All right, let's continue. Well, let's see what happens. Okay, sure, we can do that. What? Say what? Are we good? Are we good here? This is more than we got before. This is more than we got before. Attempting to start up. I guess we can wait for it a little bit. This is way better than before, right? You feel me? Let me see. All right, we are waiting for you. I don't know if you plan on joining us. But you know what? I will even say if you don't want to play ball, how about if we do? Because you look stuck. You look stuck. But I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do another new, and I'm gonna do create a custom machine, continue, and I'm gonna use Ubuntu on this one. Oh wait. Something popped up. All right. So it says EFI VMware Virtual. Let's go with that one. Enter. I'm pressing enter. I am pressing enter. I can move up and down. Oh, there's a boot normally. I forgot about that one. Let's try boot normally. Let's see. Start up from virtual namespace. Start up. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what you're doing. Oh, to release your mouse, press Control. I didn't know I could do that. Oh, look at that. You learn something new every day. Something ain't something in. So while that's doing its thing, let me go and try again over here. And let's say use existing. I'm going to go over to, let's go to downloads. Let's go to Metasploitable 2. Let's choose that one. And I don't know what's happening with this one. Make sure I'm using Ubuntu. All right, Ubuntu ARM. Let's go to this one. That looks better. Let's finish that up. Let's try that one. And I don't know what's going on with this one, so I'm going to shut this one down. But I kind of see the same thing happening. Release the keyboard. Let me shut this one down. Actually, let me go to shut down the system. So we have attempting to start. So we have the same issue on this one. So what I'm going to do, well, let's go back to Chloe. Let's see. Hey, Chloe, what gives? What gives, Chloe? Why are you not working, Chloe? So let's go back to this screen. Ms. Freckles says, do you have to go down to enter setup? Do you have to go down to setup? Do you mind clarifying that a little bit, Miss Freckles? What do you mean by that? And I'm just using Chrome as my internet browser. I saw your question. I'm just using Chrome. Let's see. So,
lunch break. Lunch break.
did we miss something? All right. So we do all that. Now navigate to Metasploitable image you downloaded. Select the file that is highlighted. We did that. And then insert the login. Simple as that. Like, enter setup. So I am going to try one last thing over here. So you can't put enter on there. Huh. Let's see. Well, we'll keep trying. We'll keep trying when we come back from break. It's weird, but we're making progress. Very, very slow progress, but progress nonetheless. All right. So we will come back to it and we'll try that again to see, okay, what exactly is going on here? Why are you giving us such a headache? But it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's go to break. Let's go to break.
Yo,
Let's keep
being
this.
a boss ain't just flexing power. It's about moving right, thinking sharp, and leading from the heart. Here's the commandments, learn them, live them, lead them. 10 rules to lead, 10 rules to win. If you wanna hold the crown, better let that sink in. A real boss don't fake, don't fold, don't stray. Follow the code and you'll never lose your way. Rule 1, don't just talk, show the grind. If your hustle ain't loud, they gon' leave you behind. A leader don't flex if the team don't shine. It's a squad thing, leave no one behind. Rule 2, stand tall, don't trip on the shade. Haters throw stones, but the real don't fade. If you crack under pressure, your crew gon' split. Be the rock in the storm, keep your squad legit. Rule 3, speak truth, even if it sting. Lies build walls, truth build wings. Respect hit different when your words stay bomb. They'll follow you forever long after you gone. 10 rules to lead, 10 rules to win. If you wanna hold the crown, better let that sink in. A real boss don't fake, don't fold, don't stray. Follow the code and you never lose your way. Rule 4, listen more, talk less, observe. Wisdom hit harder when it's served by the curve. Catch the vibe, read the room, play chess, not dice. A real leader moves quiet, but precise. Rule 5, protect the squad, keep them tight. A snake in the crew can't poison the fight. Cut them off clean, don't let them linger. One fake vibe could pull the whole trigger. Rule 6, know your worth but know your flaws. A king ain't a king if he don't learn laws. Growth ain't weakness, it's the key to the crown. The higher you rise, the harder you hold it down. Rule 7, don't stunt, just play the role. Real bosses build empires, not just control. Rule 8, share the wins, don't hold the bread. A team fed right won't turn their heads. Rule 9, be loyal, never snake your crew. The streets don't forgive when betrayal come through. Stay solid, stay real, stay real, stay real, stay real. 10 rules to lead, 10 rules to win. If you wanna hold the crown, better let that sink in. A real boss don't fake, don't fold, don't stray. Follow the code and you never lose your way. Rule 10, lead with love, not just power. Your team ain't your servants, they your flowers. Water them, grow them, watch them bloom. A leader's legacy is the seeds they groom. And that's the leader code. Rule 10, lead with love, not just power. Your team ain't your servants, they your flowers. Water them, grow them, watch them bloom. A leader's legacy is the seeds they groom. And that's the leader code.